All right, so today we're going to be taking a deep dive into VERTICON 2025.
VERTICON.
Yeah, have you heard about this thing?
I have heard of it.
It's being billed as like the world's largest vertical aviation conference and trade show.
Wow.
It's going to be huge. And we were just looking over some of the materials here, and
Yeah.
it's pretty impressive.
Absolutely.
Like the sheer amount of attendees they're expecting.
Yeah.
They're saying something like 15,000 attendees from over 85 countries.
Oh, wow. So
That's a big deal.
it's a global thing. That's impressive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Over 600 exhibitors, more than 60 aircraft on display.
Wow.
And they're all going to be descending upon Dallas, Texas from March 10th to the 13th.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. But there's a little caveat to that.
Okay.
Those exhibits are only open from March 11th to the 13th.
Oh, okay. Interesting. So you got to get there early if you want to see the good stuff.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's clearly a lot of buzz around this VERTICON thing.
Right.
So let's dive in and see what it's all about.
Yeah. What makes it so special?
Yeah, like why is everyone so excited about this?
Well, you know what's really fascinating about VERTICON is that it's not just about, standing around and looking at helicopters and drones.
Right.
This is like a glimpse into the future of transportation, a future where our cities really do take to the skies.
Yeah, it's almost like the Jetsons, you know?
Yeah, exactly. It's becoming a reality.
Yeah, bringing that into reality. And speaking of the future, there's a lot to learn there, too,
Yeah.
right? Because the source material mentioned over 125 education and safety sessions.
That's a lot.
That's a lot to unpack.
Yeah.
So, like, if you are somebody who's, maybe just heard the term eVTOL in passing,
Right.
what should they be trying to grasp here?
Well, I think, first off, you got to know what an EVTOL is, right?
Okay.
It stands for Electric Vertical Takeoff and Landing Aircraft.
Ah,
So basically, think electric helicopters, but potentially much quieter and much more environmentally friendly. And VERTICON is really highlighting them as a major part of this urban air mobility scene, which is really exciting.
right. Like air taxis, drone deliveries, that kind of stuff.
Exactly. Imagine hopping into an air taxi for your commute or getting your packages delivered right to your doorstep by a drone. I mean,
That would be pretty cool.
it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
And this technology is evolving so rapidly that events like VERTICON are so valuable because you get to see how it's all coming together.
You get a front row seat.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. And you know what I thought was really interesting is that they're not just catering to, the big wigs and the industry veterans.
Right.
They have stuff for, the newbies as well.
Oh, that's great.
Like they have these things called IA renewals,
Mhm.
which are essentially like refresher courses for pilots to keep their licenses up to date.
Makes sense.
But then they also have these elevations courses and foundation sessions.
Ah, okay.
So for someone who's like, just dipping their toes into the world of vertical aviation, what are some of those fundamental concepts that they should be trying to grasp?
Well, I think a key concept is understanding that, vertical aviation, it's not just about traditional helicopters anymore. It's really about a broader ecosystem that includes, the drones, the eVTOLs, the whole infrastructure needed to support them.
The whole ecosystem, yeah.
Yeah, and it's also about sort of reimagining our airspace and how we think about moving people and goods around.
It's a whole new way of looking at things.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, and the source material dives into this education at VERTICON section a little bit more.
Okay.
And it seems like they're really offering a wide range of learning experiences. Like they have sessions on safety regulations,
Yeah, of course.
cutting-edge technology, the impact this industry is having on various sectors.
Yeah.
It seems like it's just as much about knowledge sharing as it is about showing off these, shiny new aircraft.
Yeah, I think that's a really important point. VERTICON is where the brightest minds in the industry come together to talk about the challenges and opportunities.
Yeah.
Like, for example, one of the big things the industry is facing is public acceptance,
Oh, yeah.
How do we integrate these new technologies into our everyday lives
Right.
in a way that's safe and efficient and doesn't freak people out?
Right. It can't be too intrusive.
Exactly. And VERTICON provides a platform to tackle these questions head on.
A safe space.
Yeah, exactly.
So speaking of coming together and tackling problems, they have all these networking events, right?
Yeah.
They've got the VAI annual membership meeting and breakfast, a welcome reception, and then they have this thing called the VERTICON Connect schedule.
Oh, wow.
And I'm just curious, like, is it really just about schmoozing and shaking hands?
Right.
Or is there like a deeper level of collaboration happening at these events?
I think it's definitely both. You're going to have your fair share of, handshakes and business card exchanges.
Sure.
But The exciting part is the potential for real collaboration, bringing together engineers, regulators, investors, entrepreneurs, all under one roof.
Yeah.
That's where the magic happens.
Yeah. It's like a think tank.
Yeah, exactly. A think tank on the fly.
Yeah, that's really cool. And the source material really drives home this don't miss out message.
I saw that.
Like they're really urging people to visit the Verticon website to contact the VAI sales team about exhibiting or sponsoring, or to email verticon@verticalavi.org for any general questions.
Yeah, they want people to get involved.
Yeah, they definitely want people to be a part of this.
Well, it makes sense, with the vertical aviation sector growing so quickly.
Yeah,
It's a really exciting time to be a part of this industry. They're shaping the future, and Verticon is where that future takes flight.
that's a great way to put it.
It's really fascinating stuff, and it makes you think, how do you see vertical aviation impacting your life in the next 5, 10 years?
Yeah, that's a really good question. Like, how is this all going to play out?
Absolutely.
Yeah. And for all of our listeners out there who want to learn even more about this or maybe even book a ticket to Dallas,
Yeah,
we've included some links in the episode description to help you take your own deep dive into Verticon and the world of vertical aviation.
it's worth exploring.
Yeah. So thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
It's been great chatting about this.
Absolutely. This is really cool stuff.
Yeah, it is.
All right.
Until next time,
See ya.
take care.
Bye.